Okay. I wanted to talk about this one because it's an important lesson. It's a very difficult one to analyze because it's so messy. He contradicts himself. He kind of argues against himself at points, and you need to make sure that you don't evaluate that. What you're after is, with all these, is you're after imagine you were to write a language analysis or an argument analysis, post it to this guy, and he'd be like, yeah, that's what I intended to do. Right, that was my intention. So where he's clumsy, right? So where he's like, I constantly see way too many tweets on Twitter about how phones make us depressed. Honestly, I agree with parents. He's doing a bit of switcheroo there, sucking us in with the way too many tweets. But then, but I think you can see that he's trying to do that. But at the same time, he kind of is arguing against himself. And down here, he's suggesting that the reason students are stressed is because they're learning about their world, and we shouldn't do that. I guess it's toxic, he says, to learn about world events and politics. Is that what he's saying? I don't know. It's just, I mean, yeah, I mean, okay, what is he? He's definitely he's definitely against, right? That's what we can definitely say, right? What are his arguments? It makes us depressed, right? One. That might even be his contention. Okay. Actually, I'm going to call that a contention. Then the first argument is that we've seen increase. Okay. 2 is teens spend too long on their media. 3 seems to be self-involvement or something. I mean, look, you kind of have to deal with this, don't you? Every day there's tweets about how World War III coming at any moment, how stressed people are about stuff, how Donald Trump is ruining the world, it's toxic. Not only does seeing all this shit stress teens out even more, it just makes them live their lives even more consumed by social media. Does it? I mean, where does he prove that? Look, I think this is the most difficult one out of any of them, and I hope we don't get this in the sack, but we never know, right? So we just have to deal with it as best as we can. It's okay. Let's think about audience. Let's start, at the beginning. So the audience is definitely Reddit users, obviously, but let's think about younger. Yeah. Geeky. Tech users. Something like that, right? This us, he's established himself as someone who's 19. As someone who's 19 trying to create authority. I have authority. Why do I have authority? Because I'm, 19. But then he's trying to separate himself over here, isn't he? Yeah? So he called himself a teen here, but as teens spend more hours, as if you're not one also. That's all we do. He goes back to the personal. Look, honestly, if you were to get this one in the sack, you would have to do the best you can with it. The first part, would be about the increase. The second part would be about spending too long. The third part would be about engagement with the media, with social media, right? I seriously believe uses intensifiers. Oh, look, I mean, I don't know. Your 3 paragraphs would have to be 1, 2, 3, and you would just try to pull all the persuasiveness out. And honestly, the hardest thing about it is not trying to critically analyze it. You'd have to keep your opinion away from it like anything, right? You'd have to, yeah, that's the hardest bit. I'm sorry, I don't really. We'll have to talk about this one more in class because this is a very difficult one. Just because it's not as structured as the others, and the opinions are kind of working against themselves. Yeah. We'll talk about it more in class. See what you think, right? Have a read of it in the comments below. See if you can do a better job with it than I have. That's all I can give you.